Hey guys, welcome back, and today we are going to reflect on everything we've learned so far in this unit on plants and pollinators. We've read these two great books here, and we're going to use the information we've learned in these two books to think about what we've learned, and then we're going to write about it a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to hop back to, remember our seed dispersal chart from last time? Here it is. Move myself so you can see. Look, I even had put some pictures up of some different ways that the seeds can get dispersed. Right there is a bee pollinating. And then over here it looks like these seeds are getting ready. Probably something is getting ready to come along and cause these seeds to come off of this. Do you know what that is, what that something is? I bet you do if you read your book yesterday. We're going to jump back into the book and we're going to add to our seed dispersal chart. So let me go right back to that book. You have your copy of your book in Epic. Yes, from seed to plant. So I know you read this book yesterday or you listened to it, and we learned about how plants make seeds, and then the seed will grow a brand new plant of whatever the parent plant was or is. We learned about how all these different flowers look different, parts of the flowers, and there's the pollen in there. And then we talked about how plants have to be pollinated so that they can grow new plants. And so here were some of the ways that plants are pollinated. Bees, hummingbirds, other insects help to pollinate because the pollen rubs on their bodies and then they carry it off to another flower and it gets on the pistil of the other flower. And then this kind of talks about how then the seeds are made. And then the pod grows around the seed and the fruit or pod protects the seeds. And then take a look at this. When, remember, the fruit or pod ripens and it breaks open and there's that burst, that can cause the seeds to travel farther away from the parent plant rather than just staying here on the ground. Now, some plants will just drop their seeds straight to the ground. All right, so look at some of these seed dispersal methods. We have, this is the burst. We had the bird, remember, flew and carried it away. We had the water that washed away some of the seeds down the stream or the river to another place. Okay, now here is the one I was getting to today. The wind scatters seeds. Some seeds have fluff on them that lets them float to the ground like tiny parachutes, and others have wings that spin as they fall. So you can see right here, you have the wind is scattering some seeds. And then sometimes the wind will, these little things are, we used to call them helicopters, but they kind of flip around and spin around and then they land. So the wind can move some seeds. Let's go back to our slide here and let's add that kind of seed dispersal. Wind. So let's see, what's a detail I could put here? The seeds with fluff can float and seeds with wings can spin. Let's put that down. Okay. Now let's look back here at our book. Animals help scatter seeds too. Did you know that's what that squirrel was doing? So they hide acorns and nuts in the ground, and then sometimes they lose them. Or sometimes, look at these. We call these, my family lives in the country, we call these burrs because they stick to you. And when you go walking in the woods, they get stuck to your pants, and then maybe they fall off. See, this one fell off this guy's pants. And look, so that guy just scattered a seed, right? So let's put that down. People can do that too, can't they? Let's go ahead and go back to where I had added the bird, the animal, and let's add on to that. Let's say people and animals. People and animals, because it's not just the bird. The bird carried the seeds away, but we could say the squirrels, they hide acorns and nuts in the ground. And then the people, remember, the seeds could stick to their fur or clothes, because an animal, it could stick to their fur. Because a dog will go off into the woods and get those burrs all stuck to the dog too, right? All right, so let's say seeds stick to fur or clothes and drop to the ground. Look at all these kinds of seed dispersal. Man, I bet you've learned a lot now about this, and you have a lot to talk about. So what we're going to do now, I think that was the end of this, and then it showed the people planting their gardens, and then how the seed sprouts. And that's how we get those fruits and vegetables that we enjoy. So let's go on back and let's reflect. Why would it be important for us to think back on our learning target that we have done in this unit? How do we get the fruits and flowers and vegetables that we enjoy? Yeah, we want to reflect, because when we reflect, it'll help us kind of remember everything and kind of put it all together into one piece. So today, what you're going to do, and I have uploaded a sheet for you that if you are in person, you have the sheet already in your Pollinators notebook. If you are in Miss Waller's Virtual Academy, the sheet is here, but you can write this and do the drawing on a piece of paper. You're going to write an informational paragraph about what you have learned about seeds and flowers. And it doesn't have to be about seed dispersal. You might be really interested in that, so you might write about that. It can be about anything and everything that you've learned so far from reading these two books and the couple of weeks that we've been studying seeds and plants and pollinators. So just write an informational paragraph about what you've learned, and then I want you to illustrate your paragraph. So I want you to make a little picture for me of whatever you talked about in your writing. Make a little picture for me that matches your writing, okay? And then turn it in, and I will see you next time. Bye.